Good morning. I wanted to send out a little IXL tutorial to help with some questions that I've been having on how to really leverage our IXL tool, especially with EM4 checkpoints or exit tickets. I've been hearing from a number of you that you just like some more clarification or a better way to really assess students' understanding of a specific skill in EM4. So I want to walk you through a couple of things you can do on IXL. So when you get to your IXL homepage, you'll see something like this. And the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your textbook skill plan is tagged. So we're going to pop over here to the second tab that says Learning. And then you are going to scroll down here to Textbooks. Some of you might already have the EM4 skill plan tagged, but if not, you're going to see all these textbooks that pop up. And we're going to scroll down here to Everyday Math. And then you can select whichever grade you are working with. If you would like to select some that are above or below to modify it for different students, you can. But I would suggest starting with just your grade level. So I'm going to do just second grade today. So I've got that pinned. So now when you go back to your dashboard, you will immediately see the types of questions, time that your class has spent. But as you scroll down, you will now see that you have pinned a skill plan. That means I've got pinned the Common Core State Standards. I've also got pinned a high school curriculum. And then right here is where I've pinned my everyday math. Okay, so what this will allow us to do is easily go in and grab skills that are aligned to whatever unit we've just taught. Okay, so once that's pinned, you're going to go back up to your top and we want to create an assessment. So we're going to come over here to the assessment tab. And first of all, since we're in the assessment tab, when you click on that, I want you to make sure that you have starred right here this real-time diagnostics. This is going to put the diagnostic arena right on your kid's dashboard, right next to the skills you recommend. So it will be easier for them to find that diagnostic arena. And we'll talk about that in a little bit later. Okay, so I guess I went to the wrong place. So we're going to go back here to My IXL, to the very first tab, and we are going to create a quiz. And this quiz, I want you to think about as like an exit ticket or a checkpoint. So when you click on quizzes, you can see that I've got lots of active quizzes. I've got drafts of quizzes. Here's one I was making for second grade. I can continue editing because I haven't published it yet. If you have one that's already published, you can just make a copy and play with it. But we're going to create a new quiz. So I was just working with some second grade teachers, and we are about on lesson 5-7, and we want to make an exit ticket or we want to make a checkpoint. We can name it whatever we want. But when you select a skill here, we're going to go down and select math. But when you select skill plans, you will now see that the everyday math that you pinned is going to appear here. Now you will not see all these. These are all things that I use for other teachers, but I'm going to select everyday math second grade. We're in unit 5. And I want to go down and see what are the questions that are available that align to EM4 unit 5-7. So when I open that up, we've got, it looks like one, maybe two things. So I'm going to click this first one. And the standard is right here. Use number lines to add 2-digit numbers. And notice over here, I can select the level. Now the bookmark is obviously what we're hoping for, the grade level. But if you look at this and you don't think it's a little bit too high, you can select a lower level. You can preview all the questions that you want. Okay, so let's say that I want one question at level 1. I'm going to hit add question. Let's say that I get into this and I'm like, I don't love this question. You can click over here to generate a new question, and it will stay at level 1, but it will just give you another option. So you can see over here, I've added one question. It shows me the standard and it tells me it's a level 1 question. But I want to add a new question. So you can either add it over here or you can add it down here. And it comes up with the same standard, level 1, but now I want to change this and I want to take a look at what this level 2 question is. Let's say that this is spot on, this is exactly grade level, and I want the students to see this twice. So I'm going to go down here and hit, I want to add 2 questions that are of this type. When I hit add questions, I can see them. If I say, oh, I don't love this one, I can generate a new one. So now you can see my exit ticket has 3 questions. I'm going to show you one more thing. If you add one more question, notice we were in this standard, but according to the skill for EM4, there were 2 things, using number lines, but then there was also this one. So if this applies to what you want to assess on, you can then change your skill level. Notice we now have 4 skill levels here. So I'm going to take a look at level 3. I want to add that question. And I want to have in my checkpoint a way to give a student a 4 if they really got it. So I'm going to add one question 4 level. Oops, sorry, I goofed up. I didn't hit the plus, I just changed it. So I'm going to go back here, put the level 3, add the question. So now I have created a 5-question assessment for my students to take. This is a lot easier and quicker way for you to do an exit ticket or a checkpoint instead of having them complete an entire skill in IXL. So once you're okay with that, I'm going to hit review and publish. I can look over here, notice that it will still allow me to edit it if I get ready. And I'm like, I'm not sure. You can choose to have the results shown immediately or when the quiz is ended. I probably would do the when the quiz is ended so they don't start sharing out ideas. You can shuffle the question order. I don't love that for some reasons. If you want them to try the level 1 question first and then it to progress to harder, you might not want it randomized, but you can choose that. Then we're going to select students, and it will automatically give you the option to select all students. Since I don't have any courses rostered to me, it didn't give me many choices. Okay, so we get this, we hit publish quiz. And I wish I could see this now in the student view, because this now, when your students go to their dashboard at the top, they now will see a tab that says learning. But since we assign them a quiz, they will now have a tab up here at the top that says quizzes right here. And when they click on it, they will only see that one quiz that you just assigned to them. After they've taken the quiz, it's really easy to go to your analytics and you can start and you can grade the quiz. So I go over here to analytics. I can go down here to quiz analysis. I can look at student quiz results. So I'll show you what this might look like with another quiz I've done for a different course. So all of my created quizzes, it shows my 5-7 exit ticket. I've assigned it, shows that nobody has submitted it yet. But I'm going to go down here. Let me find, I'm going to go down to this one. And it at least shows some data here. I'm trying to be careful and not show student names. But I have one student that submitted this out of 2. It was this assessment. They averaged 19 out of 20. So that was very easy for me to grade. Down here, you can see I can very easily see the student score name, and I can see exactly what they missed. Okay, so I think this might be a really good resource for you to use if you would like to improve that, or not improve because, but just have an alternate way to collect the checkpoint data for EM4. So I hope this is helpful. And if you would like some more one-on-one time walking through this, please let me know.